Buddies, friends, comrades, allies, amigos, pals, partners, we are back for possibly the worst Aether Raid season I've had in years. So, a lot of things went wrong here. We're going to go into details as to what they were. So, first and foremost, you'll notice that I've missed one single pot that I needed to get the final fight here. I was doing a fight right after I recorded the Double Special Banners video, and I was running this bait team over here because why not? I mean, it is... normally, I hate running bait teams, and this is just giving me more reason to hate them even more. But it's Burger King's bonus season, so I thought, why not? He's just going to stomp everybody, which he did, right? Like, he was an unkillable tank. And his partner in crime here, we've got female Fallen Aleer, who... between the two of them, if you give this guy the Erica ring, you have a brave attacking, near save, and far save armor that has Hardy Bearing built in and Null Sea Disrupt built in. So, it's just like an impenetrable fortress running these two together, as long as you've got a lot of support. This Aleer isn't really the tankiest, unlike Burger King. Like, he can really tank damn near everything. Aleer, on the other hand, she does have a couple of units that can just beat her ass. Like, for example, Emblem Erica and Camilla with the right support and so on and so forth. But for the most part, she is pretty foolproof. So I was running this bait team here, and it came down to the last unit. I specifically left one final unit alive on the enemy team. It was the New Year Needhogger. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get the pots so easy. All I got to do is make sure Needhogger isn't going to kill anybody, and we're good. Right, so I think it was Peony. I had her in the way of Needhogger's attack, and then I had this guy right behind with near save, thinking, okay, there's no way he's going to one-shot Needhogger or just finish her off in one round of combat. But he actually did, preventing me from getting the pots. So I was like, yo, can I actually pop my ladder now? Can I nullify the win on my own end just to do another fight so I can get a pot? Like, they need to make that an option. Like, if you're running a bait team and whoever your Omni tank is actually ends up being a little too good and kills the entire enemy team, they need to give you an option to void the win, use one of your ladders, so you can actually go in and do another fight and get the pots. Because that was a little ridiculous, man. Or give us an option to use all of this needless Aether to do something. Maybe, like, how we can do a double fight to get, like, double the Aether, double the lift. Why not let us do a minimized fight? At, like, instead of doing 50 Aether for a fight, maybe we could do like 25 or 20 or something and get less. You get less lift, but at least you can use up some of this Aether, right? So, just some minor complaints, I guess. But yeah, so that happened. And then also, if we take a look at these defenses, I got sniped as soon as the season started. This actually really pissed me off, because this guy fought me right at reset. Like, as soon as reset happened, I hopped into AR and I had this loss to look at. I was like, dude, I didn't even get a chance to change my defense to the new defense. So, this one doesn't even count, man. He just baited everybody with Burger King, and there's nothing I could do about it. So, all right, so that already had us... That set the tone for the rest of the season, basically. Okay, and then all the rest of these are with the new defense. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4 hard losses, basically, with the defense. Now, what went so wrong? Well, this was the defense that I ran here, and you'll notice it's pretty similar to some defenses that I've showed off on the channel before. This was invented by this Japanese guy. I don't exactly know who, but he popularized this style of defense. He was running like Marnie and stuff back then when he invented this, but nowadays we've got so many better armored units that it just seemed like a no-brainer, right? Like, right now, armored units are running the meta, so might as well go back to old reliable, I guess. However, it's not so reliable anymore, because there is a very easy blind spot to take advantage of against this defense, and this is how basically everyone was able to beat it. So, all you gotta do... Also, this is advice. If you run into a defense like this and you don't know what to do, this is what you do. Okay, so first and foremost... all you got to do is just go right up the middle here. We're going to take our time a little bit. And what you want to do is you want to break all the structures in front of whoever is over here. And even though he's got rally speed, he's got nothing equipped, you would think he's just going to rally on Burger King. King Freyr's got no weapon equipped. He's just going to rally on Loki. Loki's in slot 7. She's not going to move, and nobody else is able to move after that. So you would think, okay, all these guys are just going to stand in place, right? Not actually the case. So this is what happens here. All right. King Freyr rallies. However, Lay Radar moves downwards. And why does that happen? It's because the unit that you put there, in that spot right there, is not able to reach Burger King. So all you got to do is put an armored unit there with 1 range, and you're Gucci, and you can pretty much make these teams break formation every single time. Now, we can demonstrate with a unit who is not an armored type. Like, let's see here. How about we go for Rune, I guess. All right, so we just want to go ahead and take our time here, breaking structures and all that. And we can... All right, I guess we got to wait one more turn here. Okay, so we go ahead and we do the exact same thing we did last time, except Rune is able to reach Burger King. So what that means is now Lay Radar is going to rally on Burger King. So this only works if you put a melee armored unit in that space. All right, so this is what happens now. All right, Lay Radar rallies, and then King Freyr rallies. So, yeah, basically, the only way to get through these defenses is to have a melee armor, put them right there, and then all of a sudden the units will start moving, and then you're good to go. You can bait and all that good stuff. I found this weakness while I was testing, but I was like, how many people actually know that this is a weakness? Apparently, 4 people did. Right? Now, to be fair, a majority of them were Japanese players, and like I said, this was a defense invented in Japan by a pretty popular Fae player, so I think he's done videos on this as well, or streamed. I think he's a streamer, so he probably spread the word to people, and like they were able to, or because he popularized the defense so much in Japan that they're so used to fighting it that they know the weakness. Yeah, because look at this. We got 2 Japanese guys over there, and then we got 1 all the way over here. This guy here, Palzione, I guess maybe he's just in the know. He's just well-informed. So, okay, let's take a look at these defense replays here. And we'll just show, like, everyone who beat it did the exact same thing that I demonstrated there. Also, I had an offense fight that I did a video on where I also demonstrated the weakness in the defense. We got lucky enough to fight this. So, yeah, it's a pretty simple team to beat once you know how. But if you don't know the weakness, then obviously you're going to struggle pretty badly. All right, he's taking his time. He's just breaking stuff one by one here. And now, at this point, we are toast because Lay Radar is going to break ranks, and then everyone is going to start moving, and that's not what we want here. Now, is there a way to fix this? I'm actually not sure. Like, how would we go about fixing this weakness? Is there even a way to do that? Like, right now, I'm not too sure. I'm going to have to give it another season and, like, test around again and see if I can figure out a way to fix it. But as of this moment, this is not a runnable defense. Because if it's this easy to beat, then you just can't use this. All right, here's another loss. This guy is going to do basically the same thing. All right, I guess he's going to take his time a little bit more. He just wanted to break some structures and get those out of the way. And at this point now, he's just going to put Burger King in the magic spot, and then we are pretty much finished. Oh, maybe I guess he didn't realize yet. Yeah, because he's taking a lot of time here. I guess he hasn't figured it out yet, but he will in time. Yeah, right there. There you go. It seems like this guy maybe got a little bit of luck, though. Because judging by the way he approached the fight from the start, it seems like he actually didn't know the weakness. And then he just figured it out on the fly, like, as he was going along. So, yeah, like I said, it's more popular in Japan, this defense. So this guy here with the English name probably at first didn't realize that was a weakness, but then he figured it out later. Okay, so we do have some wins. Let's just finish off by taking a look at all the losses, and then we'll double back and we'll take a look at the wins. Okay, so this guy, again, Japanese player, well aware of the weaknesses, and he just goes for it immediately. So, yeah. There's not much we can really do about this. Once Lay Radar moves, we're just toast. So, okay, that's another one. And then the final loss of the season. Take a look at this one over here. And then right away, he just goes for it. Okay, I guess not. Maybe he needed a couple extra turns to break the two structures that I've got there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, just take his time, break the stuff, and then now he's Gucci. So, yeah, now you guys know. If you were struggling against these defenses, now you know how to beat them. So, at least something good came out of this video. And something good came out of this horrible 8th raid season that I had here. Okay, so now let's take a look at the win. Well, do we even need to really look at the wins? It's pretty obvious what's going to happen. The guys who lost were just unable to KO any of my units here, because you look at the amount of support. We got Sateth's support. We got Rhea's support. We've got... Loki is actually pretty good, and I'm thinking next season, since this is not a runnable defense, if I can't find a way to fix the weakness, I'm thinking I want to run double Loki next season, because the ability to turn off bonuses is one of the easiest ways to beat Burger King. If he's not getting Reflex and he's not getting Imbue, he's actually not that tough to get rid of. And even units like Emblem Sigurd can, at that point, get rid of him. So having double Loki in like slot 2 and slot 5 and then running some kind of offense, you still want to run your armored units to make sure the enemies can't play or phase you that easily. But I'm thinking, for real, like, double Loki on defense is probably the move now, because, like, the start of turn bonuses are just so rampant. Like, this unit's got 2, Burger King's got 2. All these other units have multiple. Like, Edelgard's getting a couple. She gets charge and +1 movement. If she's unable to use those things and you've got Warp Bubble, then she's kind of rendered as a useless unit at that point. So, yeah, pretty much just figure out a way to get double Loki to work, and I think that should be the way to go for defenses next season. Well, also, next season is Anima, so you wouldn't be able to run a defense like this anyway, because, of course, you got to contest with Elm. Elm is free to turn Loki or King Freyr or Lay Radar here into an undefended unit, and then you're free to snipe them, and then at that point, the defense is very easy. So, not a runnable defense in Anima season, but possibly in Light season if you can figure out the way to fix the flaw. And then, if not, then figure out a way to use double Loki, I guess. Yeah, Loki is definitely the best defense mythic now. Lay Radar and Loki, I think for sure Loki is better now. I was always on the fence about Lay Radar. You guys already know that, but yeah, this is just taking forever, man. We know he's not going to be able to beat it. Do we need to watch all of these? Because all of the wins pretty much go the same way. It's just the guys are unable to break through. This guy here, R2. Like R2-D2. I don't know. But this guy over here, what happens is that he actually sacks a unit into, I think it was Burger King, to get my units to start moving because he couldn't figure out any other way. So I guess this is also a valid strategy, but not really, because you're losing lift. If you lose a unit, then that doesn't really count as a win. Alright, so just wasting a couple turns here, healing up. He's going to try breaking some of these structures. Yep. And I guess he didn't realize he could just break the healing tower and put Burger King over there. So, yeah, even though this is a flawed defense, it seems like not everyone is aware of the flaw yet. Hopefully after this video, though, everyone knows. So that way, people are not going to keep losing to this. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait, well, hold up. Why didn't we... Wait. Oh, that's why. He's got Celica Ring, that's why. So the reach of his Burger King is actually further than it should be. So that's why, like, and also he's got Sigurd over there too. Sigurd can reach, like, units over there. You just want the armored unit over here with 1 range and no, like, movement shenanigans, no extra warping or anything like that. Otherwise, if anyone else is in reach, then Lay Radar will use the rally skill. Yeah, so this guy, even though he kind of found the weakness, he wasn't able to really make good on it, seems like. So it is a good thing we watched this replay at least, because it does show what can go wrong if you don't do things exactly right. Yeah, to my recollection, what this guy does is he just suicides Sigurd in and then forces my units to start moving that way. Yeah, because otherwise we're just going to keep rallying and standing in place. And it doesn't help that he's got Satyr ending our actions too, making it less likely that we're going to move. Alright, pops Duo Satyr's Duo skill there. Not really sure what good that's going to do him. And Sigurd comes in, but... Oh, he actually just took no damage at all. Interesting. And then Alir with no HP. We don't have Imbue for some reason. Hold on. Oh, you know why we don't have Imbue? Because the Bolt Tower took us down to like 1 HP. And this guy, he only gives his bonuses if he's over 25% HP. So, yeah, I guess that's another weakness too. If you've got the Bolt Tower and you just wait for it, and then all of a sudden now Burger King's not giving Imbue support to allies, that could be a huge problem. So, yeah, just... more and more weaknesses that you can exploit here. Oh, also, there are other weaknesses, too. We might as well cover those as well. Just so people really have no trouble at all beating these. So, Rhea over here, you kind of have to put Rhea there. I can't go like this, because then Rhea would be able to get hit by a far unit, or also hit by Emblem Erica with the style. So, no matter where you put your armored units... These two are always going to be in some kind of danger. If you've got Embla, like Bride Embla on the team, she can inflict undefended on Seteth, and then Emblem Lyn could snipe Seteth out of the way, and then the units are going to start to move. Or you can have Emblem Erica with the style, attack Rhea and snipe her, and we're not able to protect her with near save from that position. So maybe another option would be to try the Fallen Dedu, but he's not even close to being as devastating as Burger King is. So, yeah, just more ways you can beat these types of defenses. So, yeah, just... I guess this entire defense showcase was more so of an offense showcase, showing people how to beat these types of defenses, because I know a lot of people were actually struggling with these earlier. So, hopefully now you won't. And that's going to wrap us up for this one, guys. So, hope y'all enjoyed it. And next season, we'll come back. I don't know what I'm going to do next season, because it's going to be Anima season, and... You got to make sure your team is Elm-proof if you're going to play an Anima defense. So I'm probably going to... I don't even know if I'm going to try double Loki then, because I feel like even in Anima season, you could get away with double Loki. You don't really need Haith Rune so much anymore, because like Burger King with the Imbue and Reflex support is already pretty solid. So yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll consider what I want to do, but that's all for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch y'all again on the flip side.